SAIS has created a value narrative survey for use by independent schools to get a clear picture of the value stakeholders place on various aspects of a school's endeavors. Let's turn first to consider where most of your data about what your stakeholders' actual value comes from. The reality is that oftentimes information comes from very unreliable sources, such as conversations at events or ball games, or back and forth at carpool, or from a phone call from an agitated stakeholder. We tend to call this loud data rather than good data, which brings us to the question: how do you effectively listen to stakeholders in a reliable and consistent manner? Some of the methods include focus groups or surveys. Done correctly, a good survey can provide you with excellent information about the values held by your stakeholder community. When choosing a survey, there are some things you want to take into consideration. You want to make sure your survey is asking good, valid, and reliable questions. Questions in a reliable survey only ask one thing per item. Otherwise, you can't know what a respondent is trying to tell you. Also, reliable survey questions have face validity. The questions have been subjected to testing to establish that the language used is common enough that the item will be understood the same way by all or most respondents. The next item to consider is who will respond to your survey. Will you use a census technique or sample technique? Census is by far the best. It means that you have asked all of your potential candidate pool. The problem is that oftentimes we don't have a high enough response rate for a reliable view of opinions, and we wind up with loud data rather than good data. In a census, if you can get above 70 to 80%, then you are likely to have a good representative cross-section of respondents. However, if your stakeholder population is large enough, and if you think you may have better success with a randomly selected sample, then we can provide a tool to help make good choices. The main point of the survey is to compare two opinions against each other. The perceived importance of various characteristics versus the perceived school performance at delivering those characteristics. We ask a series of questions that fall into 8 major categories: curriculum and programming, faculty, athletics, fine arts, clubs and other curriculars, safety, preparatory, diversity, and technology. Within each of the categories, there are specific items, and we ask the same 2 questions for each item. On a standard scale, how important are each of the attributes? On the same scale, how well the school performs at delivering those attributes. After the survey closes, we run several equations on the data to produce what we call the congruence coefficient for each category as well as for each item. This is a measure of the alignment between how highly stakeholders value items and how well they believe the school is performing at delivering these items. By generating a single number for each item and for each category, we are able to provide both a ranked order list of your school's congruence by overall category as well as by the individual items. The report also includes a breakdown of the individual items ranked by importance and another list ranked by performance, as well as suggestions for next steps in interpreting and using the data. The primary survey is designed to be used for parents, and there are other stakeholder group surveys available as well. Please refer to the website www.sais.org/surveys for more information regarding the suggested timing of survey deployment to ensure the maximum response rate, sample versus census, pricing, and forms to fill out to get started. SAIS will continue to defend your right to be independent, help connect you with others from around the world, and keep you informed of the things that will help you fulfill your mission. We look forward to serving you.